welcome to another episode of the Creative Cast with your glorious host, Kevin Creative. And oh my goodness, Kevy's been a busy bee this week. I've been a busy bee for quite a while now, but this week has been exceptionally busy. I've just been working on all my last bits of videos I need to do for the year. And then I'm all caught up. If everything goes as according to plan, I should have everything edited and ready by the end of the year. So we'll say the beginning of January. If that's the case, I'll be almost 4 to 5 months ahead. So that's good. That is wonderful. We are making moves, baby. I'm feeling good about that because basically I just need to finish editing the last of the Master Duel videos. I got all 12 of them recorded. I got 4 of them edited. We got 8 left. We finished those and we're good. That's it. Next year's done. We can start focusing on year 3, throwing in some curveballs here and there. We'll see. No promises, just because I have a ton of ideas. It's just a matter of, do I have the time? So I finally finished my Real Great Sananju. Didn't take nearly as long as I thought it was. I thought I was going to wrap it up maybe January at the earliest. But here we are in good old November. And yeah, we're done. I already uploaded a bunch of pictures onto Instagram. They look glorious. I made it work. I'm slowly getting better at the photography and all that. I don't know. I guess I just had no clue what I was doing. Like, I just thought that maybe I didn't have the right equipment or something. But no, I think it's just human error. I think you can make anything look good as long as you know what you're doing. I guess I just didn't know what I was doing. So now I'm finally starting to get the groove of things. And we're improving in the photography area, which was definitely needed. So glad on that. Because one thing I noticed is I freaking forgot on like almost all my videos to switch the settings to 60 frames per second and 4K for the Gundam videos or the model kit videos. So that's freaking annoying, but whatever, that's how you learn. So yeah, so a lot of the videos, maybe the quality's not the best, but we're learning. So I was like, damn man, I could have sworn that the iPhone had a better camera. I don't know why this is happening. And then it's like, oh god damn it, look like goddamn potato quality. So the unicorn video I just put out actually does kind of make me think of like a 90s quality webcam video, which is kind of unfortunate, but again, whatever, we'll live. I'll feature the unicorn in other videos. Maybe you'll get a better look. I will say that the inner frame looked great on camera just because I was using a lot of fluorescent lights, so it really made that pop. So I was happy about that, even though the rest of the quality was not the best. The lighting wasn't so great, and then like I said, the camera quality wasn't there, but we made it work. Happy with it. It went out. It's doing well. We got a few more subscribers. What else can I say? You know, couldn't be happier with that. I did realize that I didn't freaking edit my RX-78 Master Grade video. I don't know what happened there. I totally thought I had it squared away. That was the video that was supposed to go out, and then I pulled it up and it was just completely not done at all. Like nothing was done. It was literally just all the files were there and that was it. So I was like, okay, plan B, unicorn, you're going out. Let's go. But coach, no. You don't got nothing on. We got to dress you up. Get out of there, unicorn. Make your team proud. So yeah, we did well with that, so can't really complain there. Right now I'm editing that video. I already had everything filmed, so that was the good part. Everything was filmed and, like I said, in the editing bay. It just wasn't snipped together. I recorded the audio this morning, and then I got everything all lined up, and now we're just editing the audio, and then I just gotta throw in the music, and then there you go, it's done. Editing the RX-78 video, that did throw a wrench in my plans for this weekend. Not gonna lie, wasn't crazy about that, but we'll see. I am gonna be off Tuesday as well, you know, just because I requested it off. I just wanted to get some work done. Things are looking good for old Kevin Creative. We're getting way ahead of schedule. Very happy about that. I finally finished up with my Real Great Sananju. It looks fantastic. And way ahead of schedule with that. I thought I was going to finish that maybe January, February. But here we are in November. Yeah, it's looking good. I'm already like halfway done with my next kit. I'm working on the Real Grade Evangelion, and it's coming along swimmingly, I have to say. I'm really surprised. I didn't think this was going to get done this quick, so I'm very happy about this. I might actually be done with this by the end of the year. I think that's my new goal. I thought I would be starting this in January, February, and finishing up in March, April. But again, here we are, end of November, and I'm already halfway done, so we're way ahead of schedule. Very happy about this. Let's keep this train going. This is another one that I'm going to be giving away. So the Evangelion unit, the Sananju I just did, and then the next few I'm going to be working on, those are all going out. Those are gifts for people. Some of them I'm going to try to deliver in person, which I should be able to. I don't think that should be an issue. But most of them I'm going to be mailing out because I just don't have any means of reaching these people in terms of like physically like going to them. So just going to send them on out and then that'll be cool. I'm hoping that maybe I'll see appear in maybe their videos. I know they like to do unboxings and stuff like that, so we'll see how that goes. And I think they'll enjoy it. I think they'll get a good kick out of what I got coming their way. That'll be fun. We got a lot done today already, so I'm very happy about that. We got the green painted, the red painted, and the orange painted. That's all basically done. I just did the highlighting this morning, and now we just need to do the decals. Well, first I need to do a little bit of masking. Let's talk about that for a second. What is with these freaking choices being made by Bandai where they put two parts together instead of having them be color separated? And then I gotta do masking on a freaking real grade. I gotta do masking on a real grade because of this whole injection molded thing. Nah, I don't like it. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I ain't here for it. I ain't having it. Yeah, I gotta do a bit of masking just because some of these parts are not color corrected because yeah, they're all one piece and I don't like that. That's the only issue I have with it. Other than that, this is actually a really nicely put together kit. I have to say, I don't know anything about Evangelion. I'm literally only getting this because I thought it would be a good gift idea, but I gotta say, in terms of the way the pieces go together, very simple. I love it. There's some minor masking just because of the way they decide to go about it, but other than that, this thing is pretty much done. Like I said, like there's not a lot of work I gotta really do for it. We did the painting, some minor masking, top coat, decals, that's it. We're good. There's not a lot of additional like flair to add. I guess that's a good and bad thing. I don't know, but we'll see how it goes. I'm acting like this is a critique video. We'll save that for the actual critique. For now, we'll just say that everything's coming along swimmingly. And it'll be a nice treat to look forward to. What else have we been doing over here at old Kevin Creatives? What else? After this real grade Evangelion, I'm going to be doing a car model kit. Probably the first and last one I'll be doing. Wow, I did not realize how basic these things were. I was watching the Undergated Network, and I think CD was saying, like a few months ago, right when I had bought the kit, I think he mentioned that he had just finished like a car model kit. And he was saying it was way more complicated than a Gundam model kit. And I was like, really? Like, it seems like pretty basic. It seems like everything's one color and then the inside is another color. And what could be so difficult about that? You basically got to do two different colors and slap it together. The problem is pretty much all the parts need to be glued together. There's really nothing on this kit that you can just put together. And I don't understand why. It seems like there's a lot of choices being made that they could have just had pegs and stuff, but they just didn't. I don't know. They just were like, screw it, we're just going to make it glue it together. But again, this kit is from like 1978, so we'll let it slide. Yeah, probably not going to do more vehicle kits like this just because I don't care for the gluing and all that. I think the fun of it is just pegging everything together. I don't know. There's something about that, just having everything click together. Having to glue it, just too much of a mess. And it's just not enough of a guarantee that everything will stay together. I really hope nothing falls apart when I give it away, because this car model kit, again, is going to be a gift as well. And we can't be doing shoddy craftsmanship, having the whole thing fall apart. We have to make sure that we satisfy our clientele, you know? Smooze them and cruise them. Can't have that with shoddy workmanship. What can I say? So far, I will say I've already started gluing pieces together just to get a feel for everything, and that's holding up. I'm not too worried about anything falling apart there, and I was going to work on it more, but I decided I want to finish this Evangelion unit first, just knock it out, get out of the way, and then I just want to put all my attention into the car model kit, because it's new territory, and I just want to make sure I do a good job. And then after we do the car model kit, I think I'm going to be doing Skywarp. Yes, that's the next one I'm going to be doing. So I already have the Food-Eye Acid Storm. It's the same exact mold and everything. They're the same bodies. So slap on Skywarp's colors, and there you go. Easy peasy. And that one's going to be going out as well. And I feel like that one, I don't know. Is that one obvious? I feel like that one's a bit more obvious than who it's going to. If you like know anything about toys and stuff, I feel like you know who that's going to. I don't want to say anything about the car model kit either, just because that could give away too much as well. And I just want these things to be nice little surprises. Again, like I'm nobody big or anything, so I'm not too worried about the word getting out, but at the same time, you just never know these days. One person says this, and then all of a sudden everybody knows, and the word's out, and then the surprise is gone. So just in case, I'm just gonna leave it at that. And then after that, I think I'm going to be doing the Mega Man X model kit by Kotobukiya. I think that's the plan. Right now we're working on Evangelion, and then we got the car, and then we've got a Transformer, and then Mega Man. So yeah, that's a nice little lineup. So we'll have some nice diversity in the builds. No real Gundam in sight. Pretty crazy. Not what I was expecting, but you just gotta do what you gotta do. These are, you know, certain business moves that I'm trying to make, and I want to make sure they get done sooner than later. Because once we get these out of the way, then it's like, okay, we did all that. It did what we could. Now we can go back to just whatever I want to do. I'm just trying to get this stuff going just in terms of like opportunities to create and all that. I don't know. It feels like it's an accomplishment. Like, okay, I put the word out, the ball's in their court, now I can get back to just doing my thing. I don't know. That's just kind of how it feels. So I just feel like I can't move on to a Gundam, like, or at least I can't move on to a model kit that I just want to do for myself until I get these projects done. Like, it's just going to be in the back of my head, and I just want to get those going. Oh, that's right, and I had a couple more. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do up to X, because I do want to do a Mega Man model kit. And then from there, we'll take a break, do some Gundam stuff, just because I want to do some Gundam stuff. And then, yeah, we'll just jump back into it. Because there is some Kotobukiya kits that I want to do as gifts as well. There's a few. There's a few Kotobukiya kits. Or, I'm sorry, there's a few Zoids kits. And then there's a few Gundam kits. So there's a few mix and match. Lots of diversity in what I want to do. Because that's part of the fun of it. Why get tied down to one thing when you can do everything? That's why I didn't want to have any specific thing in the title of my branding, Kevin Kreative. I didn't want to be Kevin Pokemon or Kevin Gundam or Kevin Dragon Ball Z. Just wanted to keep it super generic so that way I can do whatever I want, whenever I want. There's no limitations. It's just such a vague, generic thing that if I decide, we're going to be, I was going to say making poems, but I really don't see myself doing that. But, anything. We're going to be making a song today. There you go. Let's learn on how to play the guitar. I don't know. Something like that. Oh, speaking of which, speaking of instruments, I hit the freaking jackpot this week. Oh, like I said, old Kevy's been a little busy bee. And I found myself a keyboard. And it seems like a really nice one. It's freaking big and heavy, like it's fancy and expensive, so, I hope it's a nice one. Just laying there on the side of the road. I figure it works. It's still in my car. It's, like I said, it's kind of heavy, so I'm hoping that when my mom comes to visit tomorrow that she can help me bring it in, just because I don't want to damage it or anything. It was just out there on the curb, and I got so freaking lucky. So I have a buddy who's a delivery driver who literally was right there across the street. I saw him making a delivery, and I was like, hey, man, do you mind if we borrow your truck? He's like, yeah, sure. So we moved it on over. So thank you, Rich. You came through. So that was very nice of him because, like I said, I think it works. The power cord was still with it. They purposefully left the power cord on top of it. So I figure it probably still works. It's just old, and maybe the guy got a new one or just didn't need it, or I don't know. Yeah, once we plug it in, we'll find out. Because the keys are pretty yellow. I will say that. Like, it seems like the key, I don't know if maybe he left it out or maybe just where he had it in his apartment, it was by a window or something, but it definitely seems like at the very least it's been around. Hopefully it's not just broken and he's just tossing it, but like I said, the power cord's there, so I'm a bit suspicious of that. But anyways, that was just a really cool find, and hopefully I can put it to use. I do actually have a keyboard already at my parents' place, but you never know. I feel like instruments are one of those things where even if you have multiples of one, it still could be useful one day, We'll see. We'll see how things go. So the Real Grade RX-78 just came out, and I've been seeing lots of videos on it, and it looks really freaking cool, but I will be passing on it. I'm sad to say, but I'm going to have to pass. I have way too many kits, way too many as it is. I mention this all the time. My special rule is only G Gundam and Wing Gundam. And what do you know? Shining Gundam. He is on the horizon, the Real Grade. And that is exactly what I've been asking for. I freaking want that kit. I will say I have some of the similar complaints as I've seen other people say, where the shoulders and the upper arms look a little bit plain compared to the rest. But at the same time, I think with the way I'm going to go about the paint job, it won't matter that much. Plus you add on some decals and stuff, I think we can make it work. It's the Shining Gundam. I freaking love the Shining Gundam. It's a Real Grade. Real Grades are awesome these days. I don't know what to tell you. That's a great idea for me, and I want it. Like, I've been literally asking for this. Like, ever since the God Gundam came out, I was like, please, Shining Gundam, Master Gundam. And even what is it, the German guy is a Shadow Gundam? No, it's not. What is it called? Spiegel. Is it Gundam Spiegel? Do they call it the Shadow Gundam in the American version, maybe? That guy, whatever his name is, with the cool blades. I have the Master Grade, and I am very excited to do that one day, but I would definitely not mind if we got either a Real Grade or High Grade. I don't think we'll get a Real Grade of it, but a High Grade I think is very possible. I'm actually hoping, I'm going to look it up right now. I'm going to pull it up on the internet because I actually do want to look this up. What are the Gundams from G Gundam, like the Shuffle Alliance? The original one. What is the original Shuffle Alliance? I pulled up like an old animation cell of like G Gundam, and there's like no real details in it or anything because it's supposed to be like a far away shot. And man, animation has come a long way. What can I say? Yeah, here we go. What the heck? Is it the Shuffle Alliance? That straight up looks like a Digimon. I don't think that's one of them. I think somebody just made their own custom. I cannot find the names of them at all. I just want to find it. Here we go. Shuffle Joker. There you go. We got Shuffle Joker. That's one of them. Whatever, you guys know what I'm talking about. The Shuffle Alliance from the G Gundam. I could definitely see them coming out as P Bandai exclusives at the very least. They are so unique, so cool looking. I remember when I first saw them watching the show, I instantly wanted kits of them. I just love the colors. I love like the Power Ranger, very vibrant, different color aspects. They transform into like their actual logos from a deck of cards. Like the diamond turns into a diamond, the Joker doesn't turn into anything, I don't think. A spade turns into a spade. And then, not a truffle. What do they call that thing? Oh, it's going to drive me nuts. But yeah, they all turn into their respective designs. If they did actually make, at least I think they do, if they did actually make kits of this, I'd probably have to get 2 of each just so I can have both modes. You know me, I don't transform my kits. They will get horribly damaged. I definitely don't want to risk that. Damn, I kind of regret not getting the acrylic bases to go with them just because, I don't know, man. I just don't really feel the need to have too much of a display just because I feel like one day I probably will end up selling my kits regardless. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. It's just hard to say these days. Like I used to be really big into collecting, but after you do it for so long, you kind of lose I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I lost the taste for it. I like having a backlog of kits to just go through, but in terms of like having a collection on display and all that, it's nice to have some stuff, but I think I'm just going to be selling stuff off from time to time once I, rotate things out. I think that's the best way to go about it for at least model kits and all that. Plus, who knows? Maybe it could be a nice source of income. Do you guys think that there is a chance that we could get master grades of the Okawara Gundam wing designs now that the high grades are all done? I finally got my email saying that the Ultron Gundam is going to be shipping out in the next couple of weeks. Once I have that, we're done. I mean, that's it. There's no more Wing Gundams. We have all of them. I mean, yes, there is G-Unit and all that, but I'm not too interested in all of that stuff. I am passing on some of it. And then in terms of the Oz project, I wouldn't mind getting more, but it's just kind of on Bandai. Are they going to make it? The Taurus. The Taurus would be so freaking cool. I would love to get my hands on a Taurus. We've already got the Mercurius and the V8. We've got the Suviant versions, which I did get those. Those look sick as hell. I would definitely love to get a Taurus, though. And then there's also the Cancer. That one looks sick as hell as well. And then there was Pisces. That was a good one. Pretty much all of them. That's the thing about Wing Gundam. That's why I love it so much. And even if the story is just kind of all over the place, the designs for all of the suits, I love them. That's one of the only series where I love all of the designs. Destiny and Seed, I like most of the designs, but I could definitely pass on a bunch. Gundam Age, same thing. Turn A Gundam, I mean, I pretty much got what I want from that. They did the Turn X and the Turn A. I don't think I really need anything else from that series in terms of master grades and all that. So, I don't know. I'm pretty happy with everything else, but it's funny. The one that they don't do, the Okawara wing stuff, I would love that. Same thing with the G Gundam. I would freaking love a Shuffle Alliance and Master Grade, but hard to say these days. We got the IBO, what's his face coming in, so I'm just doing bad with names today. Jesus Christ, I can't think anymore. I think I'm just tired. I've had such a busy day. Getting so much work done on my kits, getting a lot done with editing, doing a lot of recording. What can I say? I'm a busy man. I'm just doing it all. I'm on the road to success. What can I say? What am I looking for? What am I doing? What am I doing? I'm doing me. I'm gonna freaking kill myself. I think I literally did that bit in a video. Where is he? What's his freaking name? The Vidar. Jesus Christ. I can't believe I blanked on that. The Vidar. That's coming out. I might get him. I don't know. I was really gung-ho about it when it first came out, but now that it's kind of set in and we're past the honeymoon phase, my brain is clearing. I'm having post-nut clarity, and I don't need it. I would love it. Don't get me wrong. This is awesome, and I want to support it so bad, but I think I just need to clear out more of my backlog first before I can justify adding it. Because, like I said, it doesn't fit with the rule. It's not a G Gundam. It's not a Wing Gundam. I mean, it is pretty unique in terms of Gundam, I will say that. But I don't think it's going anywhere. I think we're going to see it for a bit. I don't think it's going to shelf form or anything, but I just think, in terms of reissues and all that, I think we'll be all right. I think it's going to have enough demand to where it'll warrant being out there. We will see. There is a slight little clause that I did add to my Wing Gundam and G Gundam caveat in terms of buying stuff. I did decide to throw in build fighters. The build anything that's build and, regarding that type of stuff. I am a very big fan of those series. I like the build fighters, tri-fighters, divers, re-rise, beginning G. I know that's kind of a weirder one, but I still really like that. I just like the concept. I like the concept of the model kits being the focus, and it's more about modeling. Yes, the battling is important and it is really fun, but I just love that the modeling is really taking the stage when it comes to the ideas that they're doing. Why is this Gundam stronger than this Gundam? It's because the modeling skills are better. And I I don't know. I really like that. I like that there's an emphasis there. I'm a big fan of those series, and I do want to support them. And I do basically have everything that I want from those series. Really, there's 3 major kits I'm missing out on. And that is I'm drawing a blank again. I've got my freaking computer right here, and I'm not pulling it up. So, USA Gundam is having their sale, and it's starting on Monday. So, they're doing 20% off the whole store. That's what I was hoping for. I didn't really expect them to do, like, specific stuff. I kind of figured most places these days are just going to do, like, store-wide sales, 20% off, 15% off, whatever. So, I'm going to order 2 Gundam Try-Ons. As always, I do not like transforming my kits. I don't want to damage them. This is an exceptionally awesome model kit that I passed on its first time around. I thought it would be around a little bit longer. I thought it would get reissued. My backlog was getting pretty full at the time for where the space I had couldn't accommodate it. So I was like, you know what? This will be here. I'll come back for it. It went. It never came back. That's the sad part. Finally, it got reissued. I've been holding out for Black Friday to get it, and here we are. So I'm going to order 2 of them, and one of them is going to be the separated animals. I think it's so freaking cool. I love Power Rangers in terms of like Megazords and all that. I think they are so cool. I think the idea of combining all of them in together is just fun. I'm a big fan of Super Sentai and all that in terms of that aesthetic and idea. So Japanese Super Robot as a whole does this all the time. This is very much in line with the Brave series. So I'm all for this. So I want 2 versions, one of them to have as the separate animals. That's going to be in my typical style of painting where I do shading and all that, highlighting, add a little bit of metallic details for the bird wings and the blade and all that. I'm going to be doing some fluorescence to really make it pop. So we're going to have a good time of it. I think that's going to come out great. And then I'm going to have a combined version where it's in its try-on mode. I don't know what you call it. The robot mode. And I'm going to do that full metallics. I think that's going to look exceptional. I'm going to go full Soul of Chogokin, just all metallics. This is going to look great. 2-tone blue. I'm going to go with a 2-tone blue for the inner frame parts and for the outer armor parts. They did that for this kit. I'm going to do that for the metallics. It's going to look great. I don't know, man. I'm just excited. I'm excited to finally be able to own it. I'm excited to one day do it. What can I say? And then from there, the 3 kits that I want that are just for whatever reason I just never got is the Master Grade Exia Amazing and then the Master Grade Exia Dark Matter. And those are 2 really awesome Master Grade designs that I want to get, especially since Master Grades are just not very common these days. So I think they're due for a reissue as well. So the Dark Matter is a standard release, and then the standard Gundam Amazing, ironically, they got it flipped, is the P Bandai, the exclusive one. That one got released in 2022, and I had just, like, by a week missed out on it. I was so pissed. I should have been so dumb about it. I could have easily just bought it then and there, but I was like, oh, I'll wait until my paycheck just to be more responsible. It doesn't matter. You use the credit card, so it doesn't matter when you do it, if you do it now or a week. So I should have just, I don't know. I was just trying to be responsible and stay just perfectly in line, and I was like, I just need to wait 1 week and I'll get it. And then within that week, it sold out and the pre-order was gone, and I was just like, oh, get me. Whatever, I'm sure it'll be reissued. Like I said, that was 2022. We're heading into 2025. Typically 2 to 3 years. They're pretty good about reissuing stuff, so I'm hoping that'll make the next one. That'll be on the docket. So hopefully we'll get the Gundam Exia Amazing in the P Bandai, and then hopefully they'll reissue the standard Gundam Exia Dark Matter, and then I can get a chance at both, because damn, those are some really cool designs that I missed out on, and I really do like these series. Again, big fan of those. Those 2 are the 2 big ones, and then the other one is the Gundam The End. That is such a cool... I swear, the Tryon, right? The Gundam Tryon, this one is just now getting a reissue, but like they had reissued a bunch of other stuff way before. And the same thing with The End. That one just is not being reissued so far. I don't know if that's not going to be reissued or if they're just waiting for the cycles and all that. I swear it's always the coolest ones, or at least what I think are the coolest ones, just are the hardest to get and never get reissued. Why is that the case? Let's break that down for a second. Doesn't it feel like whenever there's like a toy line of stuff, there's 1 or 2 of the whole set that everybody knows, everybody wants that one, right? That's the cool one of the set. Everybody knows it. This is a universal thing. It's on all the forums and all the video, everything. But like for some reason, that one just doesn't get reissued. Everybody else gets 3 per pack. This guy gets 1. And I feel like that's just always the case. Is it me? Am I crazy? Is there something going on here? Because I feel like that's the same case with Tryon in The End. I feel like I'm getting lucky that Tryon is getting reissued. Like I said, everything else was getting reissued and he was getting left out. So I was just like, well, I guess he's just one of those guys. It's like the Master Grade the O. It's just one of those things that doesn't get reissued. I thought that's what was happening. But with the End, where is he? Where are you, the End? Where's the End? There's no sign of him being reissued, and it makes me sad. What can I say? That is just such a cool, unique, name another Gundam that's like that. And yes, you can argue that the Death Sight and all that is kind of like that, but he's based off of that, isn't he? Isn't he part Death Sight? I don't think that counts, but kind of disappointed that that's not getting reissued. It's not like, I'm upset or anything, but it's just like, why? Whatever. If we can get the End and those two Exias, I will be a happy boy. And then from there, that's pretty much it. The backlog's done. There's really nothing else that I want. If they do G Gundam and Wing Gundam moving forward, sure. But anything else, I'm kind of good. We've got an interesting couple years ahead of us because prices are getting more expensive. I'm also have everything that I need, so there's just becoming less and less reasons to get more kits. I don't know. I think I'm pretty much good. I'm just going to be focusing on building and painting and enjoying that. It's just a good feeling, I guess. It's good to know that, like, I'm finally done. I can move on with something else in my life and not have to worry about freaking keeping up with the pre-orders and all that, because it's work. It really does feel like work. I'm retiring from the game, basically. Now, if I was rich and had all the space in the world, I wouldn't mind keeping up with a few other collections. But if we're getting real here, if I could really just buy anything and have all the space in the world, I probably would go back and buy, like, Super Sentai stuff. I don't know about anybody else, but in terms of like the new Super Sentai, just the toys alone, it looks like in terms of what's been happening with Bandai America and Hasbro for the last 30 years is finally happening with like Japan, where like they're lowering the quality, which they almost never do. So that's a bit concerning. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but that's what it feels like. This latest season, Boom Bunger, I don't know what it's called, but the car one, I was so hyped for it when they first announced it. In terms of the designs and everything, I thought it was all really cool, and then they showed off the toys and I was like, whoa, those look bad. They look really not fun. They look like cheap McDonald's toys, and this is from the Japanese Bandai, so it's just like, wow, like that's to be expected from the American one. Yeah, I don't know, maybe it's just me, maybe they're great, maybe they're awesome, and I hope that's the case. I hope everybody else loves them, but I was just like, ooh, this does not look like a good sign for the quality of their toys moving forward. Because like Q Ranger, I think was the last one I did where they were constellations. That was a cool toy line. The gimmicks were awesome and fun. It just felt solid in your hands and everything. It was a good time. And I had pretty much everything except for the last big Megazord thing. And I should have got it just to have it. But yeah, one day I would love to have a Super Sentai collection, take that all out. That's like one of the last remnants of my old collection is my Super Sentai stuff. I would love to have that on display in a big man cave type thing. It's just a dream. We'll see. Maybe the dream will come true one day, but we'll see. For now, I'm good with just having a few things out here and there, and then maybe just selling it off, keeping the rotation going, because it does get stale and it just gets too stressful trying to keep up with everything all the time. So let's just do it for a time, sell it off, move on, be done with it. That's just kind of where I'm getting in life. And I mentioned earlier that I wasn't planning on getting the real grade RX-782, right? I stand by that. Definitely not going to get it. I think it's cool, but it's a little overworked for me. I don't know. Is it me? But there's just a lot going on and my eyes just feel like they're just can't really focus on anything, and I'm a little overwhelmed by it. The colors look great, right? Great color scheme going on, everything as always. But like these little bits of inner frame poking out, I love that, but it's too much. I feel like this one has way too much of that going on. And then if you try to add on decals, that's just another thing for your eyes to just divert and go all over the place for. So I'm going to pass on this one just because I'm just not really feeling the need to get it. It's just maybe not for me. However, if they were to do a P Bandai real grade version of this, but in the full armor, like what they did with the new Gundam, they did a full armor new Gundam P Bandai, I'd be all over that one. I love myself full armor RX-78. I can tell that right now. I would love that. Not only that, what is it? The Perfect Gundam? Is that what they call it? The Perfect RX-78, where he's got the giant armaments and everything, thrusters and guns. That one was from the manga, I believe, right? There was like a spin-off manga where that was like the original Build Fighters type thing. Build a Gundam model kit, but it's a manga. So I would love to get that in the real grade. You give me those two as a P Bandai, I don't even care. You give it to me as a P Bandai, I'll gobble them right the fuck up. I'll tell you that right now. Oh my goodness. I already have the Master Grade on pre-order for the full armor. Very excited for that. I passed on all the high grades and everything before it and the origin and everything. I wanted this one. And yes, this one's blue, but I'm going to paint it green, so who freaking cares? I freaking got it. I'm so excited. Cannot wait to have that one ship out. That one I actually may do sooner than later. I don't know. I'll probably not do that one right away just because I think I want to bust out a few more basic, high grade type kits before I go into something a little bit more extensive just because I want to build up my backlog a little bit more for the channel. Definitely going to catch up way too quick at the rate I'm going, and I'm noticing that the reason is I'm picking out kits that just have a lot going on and they take me a long time to do. I thought that maybe like it just took me 4 to 6 months to do kits just because that's just how long it takes, because I just don't have all the time to do them. Now I'm kind of realizing that if I pick certain kits out, I can bust them out in like a month or two. For example, this Real Grade Sinanju I just finished, this only took me a couple months. I finished this early November, late October, and I started it, I think, August, September. That really didn't take me too long. Same thing with this Real Grade Evangelion. I started this like a couple weeks ago, late October, early November, and I'm going to finish it probably late November, early December. Maybe by the end of the year, but I really don't see this spilling into January. I think I can knock this out by the end of this year. If I do these real grades where it's mostly just painting and there's not a lot of masking, we can bust them out pretty quick. And there's only a couple colors on them, you know, there's not like there's a lot of back and forth, then they don't take so long. It's when I do these crazy projects like the Real Grade New Gundam where I had all those extra fin funnels and flame effects, and then I masked off all the inside parts of the fin funnels as well. Like that kit took me 6 months because there's just so much additional stuff going on. Or like the SD wing cow that I did, that one took, holy Christ, I think that one took like 4 to 6 months also, just because there's so much masking. So I guess that's what it is, the masking adds on like a month or two of work just from that alone. I think I'm just gonna have to take that into consideration moving forward, is as long as it's just mostly painting, that doesn't take so long. It's the masking that just eats up a lot of time, because yeah, now that I think about it, the wing cow and the Real Grade New Gundam probably took me the longest out of the rest of these kits, just because there was just so much masking that needed to be done. We will see. Maybe I'll just do some simple high grades where yeah, there's some masking, but not too much. I'm not one of those guys that hates masking. I actually really do enjoy it. I think it does give you a way to make your kit special. I kind of like that. It's kind of Bandai's way of gatekeeping the noobs, you know what I'm saying? Get that freaking sticker out of here, lame-o, alright? Go change your diaper and put your stickers on, you little baby. This is for the real boys, alright? This is the big boy area, alright? We mask stuff off and use an airbrush. Go play with your stickers. So I did decide to get that freaking overpriced Magikarp. It's like $40. $40. You get like, what, 6, 7 parts? Come on, man. Because at first I was like, $40, but it's probably a decent size. But you know what? It kind of isn't. It's really not that big. So yeah, it's $38.99, $40 freaking dollars. And it's like the size of your hand. Don't get me wrong, it's cool. When I'm looking at all the runners just displayed out on the table, like in this picture, that just kind of made me go like, wait, what? This is $40? Whatever, we're going to suck it up. I do have a very, very good idea for it, so I cannot wait to get my hands on this kit. I'm going to paint it up. The nice thing about it is because it is only like a handful of parts, it's going to take no time at all to paint, so that's going to be nice. This will be a nice little quickie that I can probably bust out in like a month. I don't know. Gonna get that, screw it. I'm going to splurge and get 2 Try-Ons plus the Magikarp. I was thinking about getting some paints, but I don't know. I think I might be all right. I'm going to have to double check my little paint vault, but I think we're going to be all right with the paints. I've been in kind of an Assassin's Creed mood, not going to lie. I'm thinking about busting out Assassin's Creed 3, maybe 2. I don't know. I just don't know. They're both such good games. I've beaten 2, and I've never beaten 3, so like I'm kind of tempted just to get into 3 just because it's a new experience. I've never done it. But we'll see. I don't know. I'm just in the mood for like a classic Assassin's Creed game, you know? Like I know they got the Shadows coming out and Mirage and all that, and I don't know. I want something a little bit more towards the classic. Like the music from those games alone is just such a different vibe that I really want to get back in that. I love that series, so can't wait to play them for the channel one day. Definitely gonna have to. I already made the thumbnail for the Assassin's Creed 2, so it's for sure happening. It's just a matter of time. Once I'm caught up, I finish editing all my last videos I have to do for Master Duel. I'm toying with the idea of starting to work on a new Let's Play series, just because we are going to be caught up. I'm going to be about 4 to 5 months ahead of schedule. We may be able to start working on that. I'm thinking first I may need to finish recording ukulele at the very least. I just don't want to like fall behind on that, so we might as well let's just get the footage filmed, you know what I'm saying? Like record the footage for that, for ukulele, finish the game, wrap it up, because I am kind of almost done with it. Then from there, I can start at least recording footage for a new series. I don't know what the game would be yet. I've been kind of jumping around from ideas, but that's something to think about. There's so many thumbnails that I need to work on though for new games, just because I can't start the game without the thumbnails. So trying different things out. Like for example, there's a game called The Messenger on Steam. It's pretty fun. I have to be honest. It's a really fun game. and I can't wait to play it. It's a nice little side scroller. I'm a huge fan of that. You make a nice little pixelated side scroller platformer game, and I'm pretty much in. Like nice little 2D platformers, you got me. Good music, fun designs, and that's pretty much all you need. And that's what this game has. So can't wait to play for the channel. I've been just playing on the side for fun, and I'm really loving it. I will say that in terms of like the story and the writing, doesn't do it for me, but everything else, big fan. So just been trolloping along in that. I still haven't beaten Monster Boy. I'm so bad at beating games. Like I get through so far in them, and then I just lose interest and move on to something else. I do want to beat it. It's just I need to figure out where the golden armor parts are, and I just kind of got lazy on that. That's pretty much what happens. Is I get stuck at a part where like I can't figure out what to do next, and then that's where I kind of start to lose interest. But I'll jump back into it because that's another one I want to play for the channel. And both of these, the Messenger and Monster Boy, I do not have a thumbnail for, so I'm gonna have to figure something out. I need to come up with thumbnails for those. Like I don't have anything even sketched out for them. We need to figure something out with that. I just ordered this game called Clive and Wrench. I'm actually pretty excited to play that as well. Pretty much all the reviews for it have been, this game is fun, but not for 30 bucks. If you can get it for like under 10, then I'd say it's worth it. And what do you know? I got it for less than $7.50. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to love it. Like I'm just looking at pictures of it now. And yeah, what can I say? I love 3D platformers. And this one looks to be right up my alley. This almost looks like it's a combination of like Banjo-Kazooie, Donkey Kong 64 Rare style game mixed with like Looney Tunes almost. So I am really excited for this. I'm loving just all the designs I'm seeing. Again, I've heard for 30 bucks, not worth it. So I'm not expecting too much, but I paid under 10, so I'm not going to complain. Froggun, that's another one I want to play as well. I did make the thumbnail for that. That one's ready to go, so we could bust that out at any moment, but I want to do that. The Binding of Isaac, that's another really fun series that doesn't have necessarily any type of ending. We can just replay it over and over again. So like Dual Masters, like Master Duel, god damn it. That's a series where I can just, anytime I want to play it, we all play it. I'm excited to do that one as well. I just need to make the thumbnail. I do have it sketched out. I have a Binding of Isaac thumbnail sketched out. I haven't saved on my computer. It's just a matter of, doing it. And once we get that going, that'll be a nice little series to do too. Red Dead Redemption, yeah, I cannot wait. That's another one. Games like that, Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3, Demon Souls, Skyrim, maybe, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, stuff like that, Odyssey, Origins. I think those would be games where we just pick it up and we put it down. I don't think those are games we're going to finish. Master Duel and Xenoverse and Dragon Ball Z in general, just games like fighting games like that where it's just like, we're just going to pick them up, we're going to play a few episodes, we're going to put it down, and we'll get back to it when we get back to it. Because those are crazy long games. Hogwarts Legacy, yeah, that's a long game, but it's pretty linear. You can get from the beginning to the end relatively easily. Even though it's going to take a long time, it's pretty doable. Everything else, you have to grind and spend a ton of time just getting certain things done efficiently and all that. Those are going to take time. Those are going to be a while, so I don't know. We're going to hold off on those types of games until we have way more of an established platform to work with where I can just play with different ideas. Because I am thinking like maybe I could do streaming for those games. If I get to a bigger level, I can start streaming stuff, and then it's like, okay, we'll just play for an hour or two where we're just grinding, right? And that way we can just build up stuff and then, save that to produce 4 actual videos. I don't know. I'm just spitballing. Those are ideas that I'm just kind of toying with that I could do. Ew, Deus Ex, Human Revolution. That's a fun one. So I have a lot of good memories tied to Deus Ex. I think Human Revolution? I think it's this one? Or is it Mankind Divided? One of the two, whatever the first one was. I didn't get the second one of those two, but whatever the first one of those two was, I have a lot of good memories tied to them just because this game series, I was really into it, and I was just discovering Vegeta 8259, I think, the Gunpla model kit YouTube guy. That's kind of what really got me into modeling and Gunpla and everything was his videos. I'd have his videos on in the background while I was playing this game, and I just really like his content and stuff. So there's, like I said, just good stuff there. So I can't wait to do this one. I have a general concept in my head in terms of the thumbnail. So once I can figure it out and get it on paper and do it, we can start doing this game. But the only issue that I'm concerned about, I've technically never beaten this game with my own skill. There was a boss that I got stuck on and I just could not beat her. And then luckily she glitched into the wall and she couldn't move, so I could just kill her. I couldn't beat her. She was just impossible. Something to keep in mind. Hopefully years later, as a gamer, I've leveled up and hopefully we can take her on this time and kick her freaking ass because I want to beat it. This is a good game. It's a fun game, and I want to be able to beat it. Even Cyberpunk. I wouldn't mind getting Cyberpunk and playing that for the channel. I know people complained about that game, and yes, it's not the most glamorous ones out there, but I had a good time with it. The bugs weren't offensive to me in any way. They didn't ruin the game. They didn't break the game. They were just funny. Like, they were just funny or just nothing at all. So I feel like a lot of it was just drama for the sake of drama. Like, I didn't have any horrible experiences playing the game at all. We'll probably play that for the channel as well, just because I just like that stuff. I like that aesthetic. I like that environment. I think it's just cool. If you've ever seen the show Altered Carbon, I'm a huge fan of it just for the set design alone and the aesthetic of the characters and everything and the wardrobe. I like that type of stuff. It's one of the genres that I'm really big into. Probably going to end up seeing both of those types of games on the channel one of these days, but who knows. But anyways, guys, we've just been rambling on, and I think we're going to call it here. I'm freaking losing my voice. I can't stop freaking coughing. So until next time, we'll see you then, and peace.